Melancholy. Not a lot of people talk about melancholy. It's something that's very real, but not something that everyone is aware of. What is melancholy? It's a form of sadness that isn't really sadness. It's born from sadness. It's born from overcoming tragedy and hardship and gaining a certain understanding about the world. It's the understanding that life can be incredibly difficult at times for no apparent reason. Sometimes it's just hard, and that's okay, because that's life. But feeling melancholic isn't the same as feeling depressed. Depression is a crushing sadness that acts as a weight on you, where it's hard to see the good in anything. But being melancholic is being aware of the fact that you're feeling sad and trying to understand it. Maybe you're sad for no reason at all, and maybe when you think of the reason why, you might find your sadness is born out of a place of past happiness, or just born from a place of understanding the situation you're in. Everyone could feel melancholy, but it takes a high level of emotional awareness to understand it. I want to say that melancholy is something that is earned, but that doesn't sound right. By its definition, it doesn't sound like something that you'd want, but I'm glad I'm aware of it. In fact, it's something I like to enjoy from time to time. You see, in order to experience melancholy, you need to be aware that it's happening in the first place. So what is it? I'll give you some easier examples. For me, I feel melancholy when I think back to a time in my life that was happy. I relive those memories in my mind and remember the feelings that I had at the time. Maybe it was fun times with a person who, at one point, was a very close friend, but now we've drifted apart. Not necessarily due to any falling out, we just drifted apart. And that's okay. It's sadness born from a place of happiness. Or thinking back to a band that I used to listen to when I was younger, over and over. And at that time, it was a defining part of who I was. But the band broke up, or stopped putting out music, or simply I just forgot about them. Another example for me is when I think back to a show I was really into when I was younger. I used to eat, live, and breathe that TV show. I would purchase merchandise from it, create artwork about it, buy video games from it, show it to all my friends. But now, I'm over it. But the memories are there. It can be sad to look back on a good memory and know that you'll never recreate it again. It's a sadness sometimes born from something good in your life. But melancholy isn't always born from good. Sometimes it's looking outside and seeing a rainy day and accepting it for what it is. Yeah, it's not bright and sunny out. It's gloomy and wet, and I'd rather just stay inside. But it makes you appreciate being inside so much more. Sometimes life isn't perfect, and it's easier to just live in that reality instead of being upset that the sun isn't shining. Melancholy isn't avoiding sadness, it's embracing it, which sometimes makes it a little easier to deal with. You see life for what it is. For me at least, I find melancholy to be almost like a warm blanket I wear around myself when things maybe aren't as good as they used to be, or when I'm feeling nostalgic. Now, when I'm sad and I can't figure out why, I realize maybe I'm just in a melancholic mood today. Sometimes I even seek it out. A lot of people shut any form of sadness away deep inside them, never to be explored again. Sometimes when I feel like dealing with that sadness, I visit and I stay for a while. I try to understand myself and give myself the remedy that I need. Maybe I want to look at some old pictures of me and those friends I used to have. Maybe I just need to listen to that old band again, or try out an episode of that favorite show I used to watch. I find that sometimes understanding and dealing with the sadness you're feeling makes it a lot easier to be around. Melancholy is a way of reliving memories or feelings from the past. And while you're sad those times have passed, sometimes you can be happy they happened at all, or at the very least, be hopeful for the future.